Yaluwa Rui is an audiovisual installation that takes you on an immersive journey through the Nothandjeri waterways. This design follows the journey of the Murray cod, that is symbolic of the abundance of natural resources and healthy life that the waterways provides for the Nothandjeri people. As it travels through the Lower Murray, freshwater lake, Coorong, and out through the Murray mouth to the ocean, you will gain a better understanding of the Nothandjeri culture, the different water activities, and knowledge that comes from living along the water, as well as experiencing the sounds of the natural landscape. The Lower Murray provided an abundance of popular fishing areas for the Nothandjeri, where people would fish for Murray cod, perch, and turtles. Fishing techniques included underwater diving using netted bags to catch crayfish and mussels, as well as using fish traps using stones to control the water flow, trapping fish, as well as using spears made from grass tree stems. Fishing provided a time for Nothandjeri people to pass knowledge of the land down to family members, such as valuable food sources, which were swan and duck eggs, which were only available at certain times of the year, which was spring. The Nothandjeri used bark canoes for fishing, transport, and ceremonies. They made their canoes from bark from the River Red Gums. These materials were found in the northern parts of the Nothandjeri land and traded materials with their northern neighbours for the bark of the trees. The freshwater lakes such as Lake Alexandrina is an important meeting place for the Nothandjeri, as it is where Rakan is situated, the Aboriginal community and heartland of Nothandjeri country. This is where major leaders from all different clans would meet and discuss problems, conflicts, trade, ceremonies and laws. Rakan is a very special place in Nothandjeri culture, as when people pass away, they are buried here, and their spirit travels to Kangaroo Island, to the spirit world, just as Narundari, the Nothandjeri ancestor, did in the Nothandjeri Jeremy story. That is why all tombstones at the cemeteries at Rakan face Kangaroo Island. The freshwater lakes were also an important location as they provided a lot of natural resources the Nothandjeri people relied on along the waters, such as bulrush roots called manungkari. These were used for weaving. Nothandjeri people were expert weavers and used the bulrush strings to make bags, mats and fishnets. Weaving is an important cultural practice passed on through Nothandjeri families and is important for bringing people together and sharing stories. The Coorong provided a valuable water source for many animal species in the area, and in spring and early summer, the larger animals would gather near the water, such as kangaroos and emus, and these species would be a major source of food. They would use clubs, reed and grass tree spears, net traps, and pitfalls. The Tungni people, which were the groups of people of the Coorong, and they used sophisticated hunting tactics, such as building mosaic enticing gardens that let animal species into a trap, as well as using smoke from fires to drive bird species, such as ducks, away from the habitat for capture. Many of the other species that the Tungni people looked to hunt were shell ducks, swans, wallabies, and goannas. In the Coorong, rafts were used as an important form of transport. They were made from reeds, bulrushes, and grass tree stems, and bound together with fibre ropes. They are an important form of transport on the Coorong, and they were also used as floating platforms for fishing for shellfish and mussels. The Ngarrindjiri's expert skills of weaving made these rafts a valuable tool for everyday life. The Murray Mouth provides many harvesting areas for cockles, called kuri, in Ngarrindjeri. They have been harvesting them for thousands of years and has been a main staple of their diet. Kuri are found on the shorelines of the isolated and narrow Young Husband Peninsula, as well as the rolling sand hills of the coastal dunes. The Murray Mouth is an important endpoint in the Ngarrindjeri waterways. Its connection to the Murray River and Coorong is vital, so it can flush and discharge excess salts, sediment, and nutrients from the river out to sea. Flows of the water have not been large enough to keep the Murray Mouth open, so dredging of the sand has been created to maintain the health of the waterways. If this connection was to close, there could be detrimental effects to the environment, such as rise in temperatures, the Coorong becoming more saline, and loss of biodiversity. Also, unregulated agricultural drainage has considerably changed the water levels and created changes in breeding areas and wildlife species. A healthy flow of fresh water is the lifeblood of the Ngarrindjeri people, and the well-being of the Ngarrindjeri people is linked to the health of the region.